The village of Bernières-sur-Mer was defended by a wide anti-tank wall and by the strongpoint-coated WN-28, manned by soldiers of the 5th Company of Grenadier Regiment 736. WN-28 consisted of a dozen shelters and several casemates for artillery pieces including a 50mm anti-tank gun. The Canadians of the 3rd Infantry Division were tasked with landing on Juno Beach on D-Day. The division's 8th Brigade was assigned the mission of capturing Bernières-sur-Mer after landing in the Nan-White sector. The Queen's Own Rifles of Canada formed the first assault wave supported by tanks of the 10th Canadian Armoured Regiment, the Fort Garry Horse. The assault on Bernières-sur-Mer was preceded as on the other invasion beaches by an aerial bombardment, followed by a naval bombardment, 2 hours before the start of the landings. But at dawn on June 6, 1944, the sea off Juno Beach was extremely rough and the Canadians landed 10 minutes behind schedule. Furthermore, the bombardments had been ineffective and both the anti-tank wall and the German defenses were still in place. The Queen's Own Rifles of Canada landed at 8:12 a.m. and Company B was positioned directly opposite WN-28 and suffered heavy losses. The amphibious tanks of the Fort Garry Horse were also late and sorely missed on the beach. The infantry managed to outflank the German defenses and capture them from the rear. By the time the first German line of defense fell to the Canadians, the Queen's Own Rifles had lost 65 men on the beach. Company A, less affected than Company B on the beach, advanced west of Bernières and began a slow advance under mortar and sniper fire. The La Chaudière Regiment 8th Brigade, composed of French-speaking Canadians, landed off Bernières-sur-Mer starting at 8:30 a.m. These men reinforced their comrades who were already severely tested by the fighting. Tanks from B Squadron of the Fort Garry Horse finally reached the beach and came to support La Chaudière's actions. Bernières-sur-Mer was entirely under Canadian control by late morning. Staff of the 3rd Infantry Division set up camp near the Château de Semilly en Rue d'Ormes, in the village, starting at 12:45 p.m. The CP, command post seen in the film on the seafront is the Villa Denise and Roger, nicknamed the Canadian House in Bernières-sur-Mer.